Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Fong. Thinking right out here in the lab, and I'm in the book. I got something good for you today. We're about to have some fun. I'm doing my thing. Let's go. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practiced daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? So let's get there together. And I ask the question, do you know you will when I'm through? Because that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock, here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my yacht, be true. We were talking about civilizations. I'm going to give you the 9 elements that constitute civilization. And I'm going to compare it to modern times and see if we fit the bill of civilization. How about that? This ought to be fun. And to go from 1 to 9, I'm going to read it from 9 to 1. This ought to be fun. I came up with this concept. I said, no, I'm going to reverse this thing, see how it work out for you. Let's go. This ought to be fun. This is considered live. Wow. My first time trying it. Let's see how it work out. The standard. Oh, Lord. Sorry about that. I lost my place, but I think the title right there is let's talk about the 9 elements that constitute civilization. And I'm going to go from 9 to 1. See how this work out, and then back through it again. See if it makes sense. If it feel the obligation of civilization right now, today. All right, let's go. Now, as we have seen, civilization cannot be considered just as a society possessing intellectual capacities, technologies, social organizations, etc. No, these aspects are merely the basis for civilization. Okay, civilization is an expression of what? Mature culture, which allows it to build social structures that perpetuate its existence. Okay, like I tell you, the figure 8 infinite reciprocity, give and receive and give. Okay, that promotes existence and means promoting life consistently. Promoting life means what? Protecting life and the quality of life for all members of that civilization, aka society or culture, be it black, white, green, yellow, blue, as well as the capacity to carry on life, which means also protecting nature. Polluting the air and the sea, we doing that, so we ain't doing that job well either. And since no society or culture in the world exists in a vacuum or on an island, separate from other societies or cultures, it is erroneous to believe or to think that a civilization can advance in the absence of what? General advancement of humanity, good leadership. Watch this. Therefore, a society or a culture level of civilization is judged as much by its advancement as well as its compassion and assistance to other societies or other cultures. Thus, a selfish or a greedy society, sound familiar, cannot be considered by these criteria as a civilization. Scooby-Doo. Why? Because we're going to have some issues. Watch this. But rather as a degraded, culture. That means this civilization is an aspect of our culture. It is based on the cultural beliefs and traditions of the people of said culture. Underlying this culture is a way of thinking about the world, and that it is based on what people's philosophy of life as it gives it meaning and purpose. Based on your philosophy, based on your belief, based on what you think is best, that's how you're going to live. And the society right now is not based on what we failed the society before. What? No compassion, no love for each other, and no respect for humanity or nature. Sound familiar? Sound like America, don't it? Oh, excuse me. White America. Now let's give you the criteria. I'm going to give you the following standard. Therefore, is set for determination of what a society or culture's level of civilizations. In order to be considered a civilization, the society must possess and practice, not just possess, but practice the following elements of a civilized culture. It's from 1 to 9. I'm going to start at number 9. Number 9, art. Art is the means by which the ethics, moral conduct of spiritual consciousness and the myths become visual icons for what a society, and through which a society views and understands the world around them. So therefore, the art of a civilization conveys its highest ethics and morals, and more importantly, your spiritual consciousness. Number 8, mathematics. Used as the foundation of distribution of resources, agriculture, architecture, etc. You need mathematics to measure things to get qualities and quantities. That's math. You use that. Next one is writing and language. Hello. What's that for? Writing in language or set agreed upon, meaning communication. That's the bottom line. Number 6, agriculture. Remember, you got to grow your plant, get your food. Now, a society or a culture must conduct agriculture to sustain the society and allow the members of said society to fully develop regular routines so as to engage in competitive endeavors outside of one specific thing. You got a few things you can do. Moving on. Options, they call them. Number 5, organization. The society or culture must display social organization, meaning a group of people coming together for what? For promoting common goals, the good for all. That's opposites. You over here, I'm over here. I do this, you do that. We come together for the good for the both. That's harmony, and that's organization. Different people come together for the common good. Number 4, ethics, aka morals. A society, or they call it ethics here, philosophy of social justice to promote equality, order, peace, and harmony. Sound like my yacht, don't it? I'm just saying. But these are the qualities that ethics present, and which any civilization cannot function efficiently without. If you don't have these things in place, it will crumble. Number 3, we getting there. Now, you know me, started at number 8, being spiritual conscious. And I forgot to tell you, it's spelled conscience. That's the meaning, heart consciousness. Bring it back, because we're going to have it again, spelled different. And it's going to mean something different. So, spiritual consciousness, right here, is spelled consciouснess. That means your mind conscious. The head conscious is spelled IOUS. The heart conscious is spelled INCE, because it's been proven truth is here in the heart. That's why. And when the two come together, that's you becoming one with yourself, higher self. It all makes sense. I can break it down for you. But now, let's talk about having spiritual consciousness. Religions and spirituality that affirms the universal divine essence of creation. We have to have a concept of God. Religions have it, spirituality has it also. But it's a supreme being, whatever name you call by, but that's what it's about. And that's being spiritually conscious. Being spiritually enlightened is when you know God for yourself. Difference again. Now, myths. In the beginning, all religion and everybody's theological concepts is based on myths. Let's talk about it. Myths is the means by which the ethics and spiritual consciousness are transferred from generation to generation, and the acts as a self-definition of culture and is conveying the mythic history, aka they have folklore and legends, cultural identity, and you got common traditions of society. We follow a specific set of rules that's governed by us. We said it, we follow it. And everybody have a different perspective, have different religions, okay? First thing, we went from 9 to 1. Number 1 should have been, well, this is number 9, but it should be number 1. We're going back the other way for a minute. Right, this. Mystical philosophy. That means there's a philosophy based on a higher power. Y'all call it religion, same thing. Mystical philosophy, what we called it. That means to allow the advanced members of any society to seek for the answers to the to the transcendental, higher self, questions of life, and to know thyself. I made it number 9 when this started out. Now I'm going to go back. I just gave you the reverse mode. And I got a little time, so I see the clock. So I'm going to take you in the way it should have been read and see if it play out and see how we plan out anyway, forward or backwards, where we stand. All right, let's go. Now, the following standards, starting from 1, is called the mystical philosophy. That means to follow to allow in advanced members of your society to seek for answers to what? The transcendental. We got that high worship gene, they call it. We know that it's something higher than the physical body. That's the worship. They say it's a gene. But it's a conscious thought process. You know, it ain't just you. So you got to have that in place. And that allows us to what? Know thyself. That's number 1. Number 2, myths is the way to teach you to know thyself. Instead of me giving you myths about foregone ancient people, I use my life stories. My dad, my mom, anybody I can, brother, sister, anybody. But keep it real. That's why I can use real people to tell a story. That's what the myth is, a story to make a point. I'm teaching with the concept. That's all. And myths is the means by which the ethics and your spiritual consciousness are transferred, and it's been handed down from generation to generation, and it's a self-definition for the culture. Why? Because it's conveying the mystical history. We used to do it before you started writing. We had folklore. You sit down and they tell you the story, and we pass it down traditionally. Every family got a story. Legendary story about a member of their family who did something about something. So it's a tradition. Understand it. You need that. Next, number 3, spiritual consciousness. When you have a bunch of people who are ignorant of themselves, like higher self, you're going to have problems. There's no morals, there's no ethics. Why? They're running wild with no understanding. So you need spiritual consciousness, aka a religious concept or a spiritual concept that affirms that the universal divine essence of creation lies not outside us, but we point it there. The universe, that's what he created, but he's also inside us. And how we deal with that? You give him mayat, which is your ethics and your moral code for society across the board, not just for special people. No, everybody. Watch this. Ethics, that's a philosophy. Hits right there, philosophy. It's a philosophy for social justice to promote equality, order, peace, harmony. In the absence of these things, in which the civilization will not and cannot function efficiently. Right now, are those things in place? Are we functioning efficiently? Moving on, making a point. Number 5, organization. Coming together, uniting as one. What we see now is that people in Africa, they're starting to find out if we unite, we become a powerful force. That's what organization does. What? The society or the culture must display social organization with group of people coming together for the promotion of what? Promoting of the common goal. They want to be self-sufficient. They got free education, free hospitalization. They don't want no homeless. They don't want none of that on their land. Why? They got the resources to make them very rich. They figured that part out. The people who are getting rich for them don't like that. Wonder who could that be? Number 6, agriculture. They growing their own stuff. They produce and manufacture stuff that other people need, and they put it on the market and sell it. And they get their money for it. They figure that out too, entrepreneurship. Agriculture is the society or a culture. It must conduct agriculture to sustain its society and allow the members of the society to even now develop more regular routines so that they can engage in other competitive endeavors. They make electric cars now. They're doing a whole, but they minding their own. They're doing everything self-sufficient. And when somebody's self-sufficient, the person who they depend on don't like that. Moving on. Writing in language. That's the way you agree upon, and it's a means of communication. At one time, we communicated telepathically. Now we got to write and speak. We fallen. Moving on, another lesson. But now, mathematics. The end result to what? You use this as the foundation of distribution of your resources right there. They know that they can produce it, manufacture it, sell it, they can reap the benefits and profit. In agriculture, and even in architecture, they build their country. They got plans to do all that in their own country. That's a beautiful thing. But other people don't like that. Moving on. Last one, art. A work of art, it displays everything you think, feel, and do. They got rid of the white colonial dresses they wear in court. They got rid of the French army. So they are becoming self-sufficient. And the people who they depended on don't like them being self-sufficient. Like an ex, when you lead them, you do good. They get jealous. They get mad. Well, they couldn't do what you want. You held them back. Why think they doing good now without you? Sometimes we better off. Like I keep telling you, when you know your worth, you know yourself, you are the balloon. If the person you with is holding you back, cut that anvil and fly on. Moving on. Now, in art, it means by which the ethics and the spiritual consciousness and the myth that you know about, it all becomes visual. Why? They got icons to show you, aka the hieroglyphics, okay? And for what? A society, and through which a society views and understands the world around them. Burkina Faso could care less what's going on right now. They the hottest thing going right now. And they gaining what? Independence, self-sufficiency, and other people starting to catch on. Therefore, the art of a civilization will always convey its highest ethics and its spiritual conscience, spelled conscience, meaning the heart of the people will show in its consciousness and through its art. We still got ancient Egyptian artifacts. Why? Because we express ourselves through art. We got music, pictures, all kinds of ways of expression, and that's a beautiful thing. And that's what a civilization is based on. How you think we doing in white America? Answer it if you choose, but I already know the answer. But in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 in me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that none of my people who lived in a civilization had passed away. I'll be right back.